Yo, so I ran into an issue the other day, 2 days ago, and it's still on my mind, unfortunately. So I gotta put it somewhere, and this is the place. So, there's a thing when you accuse someone of something, you must also point the finger back at yourself. And if you can be aware enough to sort of like point the finger back at yourself, then you learn more about yourself, because it's going to point out tendencies that you have that you may be projecting on other people. And then being able to sacrifice your pride to be able to say, oh yeah, that was really me, is a skill that wildly important in today's ever-changing world. Like, if you want to succeed, like the learning system of the way you learn and the way you want others to learn around you and the people you interact with, those specific ways that you're utilizing your learning system is extremely valuable. And to be able to learn, you also have to be able to break down old beliefs and old assumptions and old expectations, which the latter two are ineffective, to say the least. But the pointing the finger back at yourself constantly, right? Constantly checking yourself, constantly making sure that your data source is from credible sources and not necessarily from something that someone told you to read and hearsay, right? And you don't have to read like scientific studies and shit, but I mean, good God, like if you're gonna put somebody through a specific amount of time and say, hey, I want to tell you something about you, and then you drop a bomb on them, which drives the anxiety up so high, like 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. The anxiety goes higher and higher for like someone to drop a bomb that ends up turning out to be like I'm dropping a bomb on you. It's not really that way. And it turns out to be the other person. It's incredibly irritating. Incredibly irritating to go through something like that and then have to deal with the emotional baggage of whatever it may be in that whole scenario. So, being able to point the finger back at yourself is a highly useful skill. Yeah. So that's all I want to say about it. Like, in conversation, anything else, being able to point the finger back at yourself whenever you say things, right? Like, this is me saying this to myself right now. This is me saying this to myself. It's essential. Whatever, who knows?